everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. My name is Dina. Thank you for clicking on my video. First, can I just shout out these earrings? Aren't these just so beautiful and cute? I actually wore them in my last video, but I forgot to mention them. I got these at a little shop called My Moon Collective in Orillia, Ontario, and she has some of the cutest things there. Obviously there's different sellers and stuff. I wanted to say what the artist name was, but it wasn't on my little thingy here. It just said handmade with quartz. But I have a lot of not a lot, but I have a few crystal necklaces, but I don't I didn't have any crystal earrings, and I'm just oh, moon plus quartz. I'm just I need these in my life, so I'm so excited. I'm probably gonna be wearing these literally every single day for a while. But anyways, today we are gonna be talking about witchcraft supplies on a budget. In my last video, I came out of the broom closet and I shared with you guys that I'm not just into the witchy aesthetic, I am a practicing baby witch. And it was really scary to say that because I know there's some stigma. If you guys have not seen that video, please go watch that video at some point. You don't have to watch it right away, but if you're someone who's not super familiar with witchcraft, it is a very important video because it covers the stigma around witchcraft and how it's not this evil thing. It's just it's just a lot of miscommunication and misinformation and ignorance, and it's just, yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. We are gonna be talking about witchcraft supplies on a budget. I recently got a whole bunch of things at a really reasonable price. I'm talking dollar store, bulk barn, things like that. We're gonna be talking about the things that I picked up and how I've organized it. And I'm really, really excited because I've been really wanting to just dive deep into rituals and witchcraft. And I've done a couple little candle spells, but now I have a pretty good collection of herbs going, so I can actually do more spells, and I'm really excited about it. So I wanna share those with you because anybody can pick this up, honestly, at any sort of regular store. It just looks like regular stuff. You don't even have to go to a witchcraft store to get this stuff. No one would know what you're doing at home. If you don't want to tell people that you're doing witchcraft, they'd probably just think you're gonna be cooking up a storm. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, so when you take off the lid of my ottoman, this is my witchy stash. Obviously, I also have witchy type things all around my entire room. You know, I've got crystals there, got crystals and cards everywhere. But for witchcraft supplies, for herbs and stuff, I've been keeping it here. And then this is a complete disaster. Excuse the mess, guys. But this is also where I keep all of my other tarot oracle decks that I don't have space for in my shelves and stuff. All right, so first I want to talk about these jars I got. So I got these small mason jars because I thought they'd be perfect for herbs and stuff. And what I did is I actually cut out a piece of black paper, and then I just kind of cursive wrote what is in there with a white pen. So I have rose petals in here. The rose petals my friend Laura actually gave to me because she had some extra line around her house, but apparently you can buy them at some grocery stores have them. I didn't find them at Bulk Barn, but you can also find them on Amazon. But all the other herbs that I'm about to show you, I actually got them at Bulk Barn. So it's super, super easy to pick up. You just have to go to some or you can even go to a grocery store or something like that. So if you don't know, rose petals are actually really good for self-love. So I'm just gonna quickly show you, this is one of the spells I did. I did a self-love spell jar, and you'll notice that there's actually some rose petals in there, along with other things. I'm not gonna get into the details about that because I kind of want to save it for another video. I also have some lavender buds. I actually picked these up at Bell Book and Candle when I was there. You can get them at a Bulk Barn, or I'm sure some grocery stores actually have lavender as well, and I know for a fact it's on Amazon. So if you can't get to a local store, then by all means you can order it online. Oh, and lavender is just really good for relaxation and peace. I'm just gonna give you one or two things if I can think of them at the top of my head. Most herbs have multiple magical properties to them, so I highly recommend getting a book to read about it. I will show you a book quickly. This is just one book that you can use about herbs. So this is the Modern Witchcraft Guide to Magical Herbs by Judy and Nock. I absolutely love this book. It's so good. It has so much information. So if you don't know much about herbs, and I don't know a ton, I'm still learning and I often forget. So this is just amazing for reference. So I highly recommend this book, but there's so many other different books out there, and you can also Google it. Next, I have rosemary. I cannot at the top of my head think of exactly what rosemary is for. I'm still learning. I feel I'm a little bit better with crystals than I am with herbs. Herbs are still new to me. When I was picking out the herbs to use, I kind of just did my research, and I was trying to find the most common used herbs in witchcraft and the best variety of herbs. Next, I have bay leaves. I believe bay leaves these are used in many prosperity spells. Don't take my word for it. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but again, I need to, you know, look over that again. I've seen them in so many different spells in all my books and stuff, so I'm like, I need to get me some bay leaves. And then we have some thyme, and I didn't get a crazy amount of these spices. Like, most of the jars are fairly filled out. This one isn't completely, but I feel like I'm not going to be practicing as much yet as like possibly in the future, so I don't need to overdo it. And then I got some whole allspice. Now I haven't worked with this yet, but I think I need to get myself a mortar. I think that's what they call it, the little bowl with the thing that you like mash and mix things up. Unless I want to like throw a whole one in there, I could, but if I want to like mix things up and get super witchy, I'm gonna get myself a mortar. So that's like my next thing on my witchy, you know, wish list kind of thing. Next, I got some basil, or as my boyfriend calls it, basil. Do you guys say basil or do you say basil? I've always said basil, and like whenever my boyfriend calls it basil, I get so weirded out because in grade, I think it was grade 7, there was a guy in my class named Basil. So whenever he says basil, I'm like, wait, it's Basil. Basil's a name. But anyways, next I have some nutmeg. By the way, Mom, if you're watching this and you run out of spices, hit me up. I got some in my bedroom. Next one is one of my favorites. So many different ways to use this. Himalayan salt. It is a great ingredient for self-love spells or love spells because we got some pink salt happening. Salt can be used for many different things, but also you can throw it in the bath. This stuff is amazing for a bath. It's really great for your skin, and I think it's supposed to like pull toxins out of your skin and stuff, and just like feels nice and relaxing. And yeah, next I have some sage. And I mean, you can get sage in bundles. This is I think this is a cedar bundle that I have. I can't burn things like this because my birds, so I just like, it smells good. I just kind of keep it in my room, and it just like, it looks pretty. People usually get sage in like bundles and then they burn it and they use the smoke to, you know, clear the energy. But I saw some sage at Bulk Barn in this form and I thought that was interesting. I'm like, this could probably come in handy, and I could probably still use it to kind of like cleanse the area, do some sort of cleansing spell, so I thought that would be very helpful. Jars in general are just really helpful in witchcraft, so if you have like a mason jar from some sort of food product or something, before you just go recycle it, maybe you can reuse it. So this was actually, it's got some water condensation in it because I used it recently, but this was actually a jar for Classico sauce. I had like a Alfredo sauce in this from the store. So I just took the label off. It was sticky, so I just used the stuff that you use to take off your nail polish. Acetone. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. I actually intend to decorate my jars. I'm trying to decide on whether I want to get like glass paint or like markers. I think maybe like a marker would be better because then I can get more precise, but like I might want to paint them really pretty. I don't know. But this is wet because I recently put some water in it and I had it on my windowsill to charge it with the moon because we had a full moon. This was one of the things I did on Halloween. I got some moon water and I actually watered my plants with it, but you can do so many different things with moon water. Now there's so many different jars that you can get at Dollarama. You don't always put your spells in a jar. This is just one way of doing a spell, and there's different types of spells out there. Obviously, I do like doing jar spells because I find they're fairly easy because I am a beginner, and it's something that you can carry around or you can keep by you. It's just kind of cool. So honestly, guys, always check out the craft aisle at your dollar store because they have so many different things that you can use for witchcraft. These ones, this is the size that I used for my self-love jar spell. This came in a set of 2. This one's plastic and it just has like a metal lid. I actually like this because I feel like this can be used more than the cork ones. I feel like those would wear off over time, but I actually did a jar spell and I was able to, like, I used one of these tiny little ones and I was able to really easily clean it off because I use candle wax to seal it. Like, I use pink candle wax to seal this jar, but I did one jar spell with a little one like this and I was able to clean it off completely. I was able to scrape off any of the wax and wash it. So these can be reused, which is nice. Like, I feel like the less waste, the better. So this came in a set of 2 and this came in a set of 4. I'm really confused right now because I don't know what I did with the 4th one. Like, did I do another spell that I don't remember? I found the other jar. I forgot. So I actually used one of them to keep some salt in. I don't want a really big jar for salt, so I just got one of these little ones. I need to redo this label because it doesn't want to stay on there. Salt is very commonly used in witchcraft too. You may have heard this in like videos or movies about like the paranormal and stuff. The salt has protective properties in it, so any sort of protective spell. Another thing you can pick up at Dollarama are matches. Honestly, matches are super affordable there. This pack was $1.25 and it comes with 250 matches. I have only bought this box. I haven't used any other ones. This has lasted me so long. Obviously, I'm not practicing as much as some witches might be, so maybe they'll go through more, but yeah, there's 250 matches in here. Honestly, I would like say like use matches more than like a lighter, because unless you can refill the lighter, I hate the idea that you're just like throwing that plastic away each time. Like, it's just so bad for the environment. So like stick to matches if you can. But yeah, this is a necessity. And then along with this comes candles. So I'll show you guys my candles. Now, on multiple occasions, I've been so tempted to get the really nice big spell candles, and usually they'll have like a nice sticker, like a label with a description and stuff. I was so close to getting one the other day, but they're usually pretty pricey. Like sometimes they're around like $30 per candle. I'm like, your girl's on a budget. Like, I can't be spending $30 on a candle right now. So honestly, guys, head to your local spiritual shop. I got these from Bell Book and Candle again, and there's these, like, they don't last long, but they're intended for like one spell. There's a couple colors I need to refill on, but they have every color at the store. So they have like the deep green, I know is for like money, prosperity spells, which I have yet to do actually. I haven't used one of these yet, so I need to get on that. I got some white candles. You can use this for like a protection or purifying spell. There's so many different things that you can use it for. A lot of people use black candles actually as protection spells. And then I also have pink, so really good for self-love. This is the one that I started to use and didn't finish, but this is what I used to seal that jar with some, you know, pink candle wax. I've got a yellow candle, I've got a red candle. At the top of my head, I can't think of what those are for right now. I also have this from Bell Book and Candle. Again, they're so cheap. I think this was like maybe $2, and it's just a really good stand for you to hold your spell candles. So I actually wanted to go back and get a second one that matched this, but they didn't have a matching one, so I'm waiting for it to come in. Hopefully they'll get another one like this. I love it. It's so cute. It's got a little dragonfly on it, and it's pink, and it goes with my aesthetic. Candles are super cheap. If you don't have a local store that sells this kind of thing, guys, Dollarama. You can use tea light candles for so many different spells. I've even seen actual like spell candles at Dollarama. Twine, it's random, but you can use it to wrap different things. I used it on this one. I tied it here. I used it to put this little heart charm on the jar. I missed a herb, guys. Again, this is from Bulk Barn, so I got myself some cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon is really great for prosperity spells. It's also just like really good for like the fire element because it's kind of got some spice to it. But yeah, guys, that is basically it. That's all I've gotten so far. Whenever I get some more witchcraft supplies, probably gonna be doing them on a budget again too, because like I don't want to spend too much money. I'm trying to save my money. So I will 100% share that with you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure you guys join the family. There'll be more videos like this. I am so excited, guys. I feel like I'm free to do whatever videos I want. I'm just so happy. So thank you so much for everyone who has supported me and this journey. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.